$20,000 into 4 million, that's not one lucky story. That's a pattern that's shown up 4 separate times in history. It happened in 1900. It happened in 1950. It happened again in 95. Every time for different people in different industries. Quick honest note before we go further. None of this is a guarantee, and I'll explain exactly why in a minute. And almost nobody who lived through those moments realized it was happening in real time. That same pattern is happening again right now while you're watching this. Most people watching this video have never even heard the pattern has a name. In 15 years, most people alive today will ask themselves the exact same question. How did I not see this coming when it was happening right in front of me? Today I'm showing you exactly what's shifting, what history says, and 3 ways ordinary people benefit. But I need to be honest with you before we go any further. This isn't a promise. Nobody can guarantee wealth, and anyone who says otherwise is lying. There is real risk in everything we're about to talk about, and that risk is real. But there's also a documented pattern in economic history worth understanding, whether you act or not. So let's start with the problem, because the problem isn't access, it's recognition. Every single time this shift happens, almost nobody notices it while it's actually unfolding. Here's the pattern, and here's why it's about to repeat itself one more time. In 1900, cars were considered a rich man's toy. Most people thought they were pointless. A handful of ordinary tradesmen quietly bought stock in tiny auto and rubber companies nearby. 20 years later, some of those small investments had grown into small fortunes for their families. The same thing happened again in the 1950s, this time with electricity and home appliances. Entire industries were built overnight around appliances nobody thought regular families would ever afford. Factory workers who bought small shares in appliance and electronics companies quietly built real savings. Nobody called it a revolution while it was happening. It just looked like normal life. Keep this decade in mind. We land in 2026 sooner than you'd think. Then in 1995 it happened a 3rd time, and this one moved even faster. In 1993, most Americans had never sent an email or seen a website in their life. Just 6 years later, early tech employees and investors were worth millions of dollars. American household net worth rose by roughly $20 trillion between 1990 and 2000. A small number of people got in early. The vast majority got in painfully late. Hold on to that gap between early and late. It shows up again decades later. Most latecomers piled in right before the crash, at the worst possible moment. They lost real money, then walked away believing the entire opportunity had been a scam. But the opportunity wasn't fake. Their timing was just years too late to matter. Then it happened a 4th time in 2004 with a small college networking site. Most adults at the time genuinely thought social media was a pointless toy for teenagers. By 2012, that pointless toy went public at $104 billion. 4 patterns down. One thread connects them, and it lands right on today. Early employees, small investors, even savvy local advertisers made genuinely life-changing money. Once again, most ordinary people simply watched the wealth pass by from the sidelines. 4 different decades. 4 completely different technologies. One identical pattern every single time. Cars, appliances, the internet, social media, new tools, same exact human behavior. The people who noticed early positioned themselves ahead of the crowd, not after it. The people who waited for proof usually arrived exactly when the door was closing. Now here's where it gets interesting, because this next shift is already underway. Economists have a name for what's happening right now, the 5th Industrial Revolution. Steam power, electricity, computers, and the internet were the first 4 major shifts. Each of those 4 shifts quietly created an entirely new class of wealthy people. Not hedge fund managers, not insiders. Just ordinary people who understood what was changing. This 5th shift is the merging of artificial intelligence with everyday human work. It's not just one technology. It's an entire new infrastructure being built underneath it. This is the infrastructure. Next, the actual 2026 numbers behind it. Data centers, Semiconductor chips, robotics, cloud systems, security protecting all of it. Researchers estimate this shift could add up to $8 trillion in yearly value. That's more new wealth every single year than the entire economy of Japan. And that wealth doesn't stay in tech. It ripples through every major industry. Healthcare, finance, retail, manufacturing, logistics, real estate, every sector gets restructured. One pattern held for 100 years straight. This shift just broke it, speed. Every new technology has adopted faster than the one before it, without exception. One streaming platform took 3.5 years to reach 1 million users. A recent AI chatbot reached 1 million users in just 5 days flat. That speed matters for one specific reason most people completely overlook right now. The window for early movers is shorter than it has ever been before. In the 90s, people had nearly a decade to position themselves before it exploded. With this shift, that window might be 2 or 3 years, maybe even less. Researchers project that 3 out of 4 companies will adopt this technology by 2027. Right now, just over half of American businesses have started using it at all. That remaining 44% is exactly where the opportunity is currently sitting. Most researchers agree this window meaningfully narrows by around the year 2030. So the real question becomes, what do you do with the years you have left? But before we go further, here's exactly why people keep missing these moments. Every early version of a big shift looks unimpressive, clunky, and honestly kind of dumb. Right now, plenty of people look at AI tools and see glitchy, unreliable toys. That reaction isn't wrong or foolish. That's exactly how every previous shift looked too. Transformative technology never looks impressive before it actually transforms anything at all. By the time it looks impressive to everyone, the early window is usually gone. So where exactly does this shift stand today, in the middle of 2026? Based on adoption speed and spending, this looks a lot like the internet in 1994. Early enough that most people are still dismissive. Late enough the foundation is real. Federal spending on this technology has reached levels not seen since the space race. When government money and private investment move together, that's historically a strong signal, not a guarantee of returns. Just a measurable wave of real economic activity. Underneath every AI tool sits a massive, physical, very real infrastructure build-out. It starts with semiconductors, the chips that every single AI tool runs on. I know chips and data centers sound boring. Stay with me, because this is the part most people skip past. The global chip market was worth roughly $500 billion just 3 years ago. It's projected to cross $1 trillion in value within the next few years. Every AI company on Earth depends on these chips, no matter who wins. Next comes data centers, the physical building, storing, and processing every AI request. US data center capacity needs to more than double within the next few years. That's real construction, real electricity contracts, real land, and real ongoing jobs. This isn't abstract. Someone's mortgage is being paid by this exact build-out right now. Third is cloud computing, the digital highway connecting people to every AI tool. The global cloud computing market was already worth roughly $670 billion. More AI usage always means more cloud usage. The two can't be separated. Fourth is cybersecurity, protecting all of that sensitive data flowing through the system. Global cybercrime costs are projected to reach $10.5 trillion yearly. Every company defending against that cost is going to benefit from that spending. Boring work, necessary work, and necessary work tends to get paid well. Chips, data centers, cloud, and security, that's the backbone of this entire shift. And here's the elegant part most people completely miss about this backbone layer. You don't have to correctly guess which specific AI company wins the race. Whoever wins still needs the chips, the centers, the cloud, and the security. During the gold rush, the people selling shovels often out-earned the actual miners. The infrastructure behind a boom has historically outperformed betting on a single winner. That's layer 1. But there are 2 more layers most people never even consider. Layer 2 isn't about investing at all. It's about the businesses being reshaped. Every major shift in history has killed old businesses and created entirely new ones. There was never a neutral middle ground. Companies either adapted or they disappeared. The exact same forced choice is happening right now, just moving much faster. Our mid-sized company's customer service team used to cost around $500,000 yearly. Today, AI tools handle 80 to 90% of those same requests far cheaper. This creates two very different types of opportunity, depending on where you stand. If you already own a business, most owners are still operating exactly like 2019. The businesses that didn't adapt now carry a real structural cost disadvantage today. The first wave of owners adopting these tools is capturing a real cost advantage. That's the exact same advantage internet-savvy businesses captured back in 1998. The businesses that adapted early are quietly pulling ahead of their competitors right now. If you're not a business owner yet, here's the second opportunity worth understanding. Remember that 44% of businesses that haven't adopted this technology yet. Companies are paying real money for people who can help them implement these tools. The internet created this exact same opportunity for small consultants back in 1998. Some businesses are paying $1,000 a month for exactly this kind of help. Most of those early consultants weren't computer scientists at all, just early learners. Help 5 small businesses save time each week, and that's $5,000 monthly. They simply understood the technology slightly earlier than the business owners around them. That's $60,000 a year from a skill learnable in a few months. This isn't theoretical. People started building exactly this kind of income last year. That small knowledge gap alone was worth real money to the people who filled it. That brings us to the third layer, and this one affects almost everybody watching. This layer isn't about investing or starting a business. It's about your job. Most people watching this aren't investors. They just want to know how this affects them. There's already someone at that same job doing it a different way. Here's the honest truth, and I'd rather you hear it from me directly. In the short term, this technology won't replace most workers who understand how to use it. But it will absolutely replace the workers who never bothered learning how to use it. That distinction is the single most important sentence in this entire video. The coworker who learns these tools becomes noticeably more valuable to their employer. Over the next few years, that exact gap shows up in raises and promotions. One study found workers using these tools completed tasks 40% faster overall. That's not a small edge. That's 2 extra productive workdays added every single week, purely from learning a tool that already exists and costs almost nothing to try. So who actually wins when a shift like this happens? The biggest winners historically weren't the founders. They were quiet, ordinary people nearby. One retired teacher put a small amount into companies she simply believed in early. She held those small investments through every crash, every panic, every year of doubt. There was a year she almost sold everything, convinced it was all about to disappear. She didn't sell. She waited it out. And by the end of her life, that modest decision had quietly grown many times over. She wasn't a genius, an insider, or particularly lucky. She just started early and stayed. That's the story, but that's not actually the point yet. I'm not telling you this story to promise the same outcome will happen to you. Investing carries real risk. Markets crash. Companies fail. Nothing here is guaranteed at all. What I'm telling you is that every generation gets a handful of moments like this. People who understand the shift early tend to benefit far more than everyone else. By the time your uncle at dinner is asking what to buy, it's usually late. People who wait until it's obvious tend to arrive right as the door shuts. So the real question is simple, and it's one only you can answer honestly. In 10 years, will you be the person who understood this and acted on it? Or will you be the person who watched it happen and never quite did anything? Both of those people already exist somewhere. The only question is, which one is you? Let's bring this together with something concrete you can actually act on today. There are 3 practical ways to engage with this shift based on your situation. Stop treating these as 3 separate opportunities. They're one shift wearing 3 different masks. The infrastructure enables the businesses. The businesses reshape the jobs. It's all connected. If you're an investor, look past the obvious names already priced for perfection. Infrastructure plays have historically been steadier long-term positions during major tech build-outs. You benefit regardless of which specific company eventually wins the race outright. It's the same position railroad investors held during the original industrial age revolution. As always, diversify, research everything yourself, and never invest money you can't lose. If you're entrepreneurial, there's a large market of businesses needing exactly your help. You don't need to code. You just need to know slightly more than they do. If you have a job, start learning these tools this week, not next year. Not because your boss told you to, because the early learner becomes the valuable one. That person could be you. It's genuinely not a question of ability at all. The shift toward AI-assisted work isn't a question of if. It's a question of when. And the when is happening right now, whether any of us feel ready or not. Here's the last thing I want you to genuinely take away from this video. Every previous shift looked unimpressive right up until the exact moment it wasn't. The people who won weren't smarter. They just didn't wait for certainty first. By the time the picture becomes completely clear, the early opportunity is usually gone. You don't need to bet your savings or quit your job to start today. You just need 15 minutes, a week to actually understand what's genuinely happening. Try the tools yourself. Read one article. Apply it to your actual job. That's genuinely all it takes to stop being the person who watches from outside. The cycle is older than any of us, and it will absolutely run again. But this particular wave is the one you have direct access to right now. The next one will belong to someone else's turn, further down the line. This one is yours. The data is clear. The window is genuinely open right now. Comment 1 if you're starting with Layer 1 infrastructure. Comment 2 if it's Layer 3 your job. I'm reading every single one. If this was genuinely useful, subscribe. I break down shifts like this often. Whether you walk through this window or not is finally entirely up to you.